For many, it's hard to think about financial health when we are in the midst of enjoying summer holidays. But according to financial experts, there's no better time than right now to get yourself into financial shape. For more on this, we are joined by Kim Thompson with Credential Financial. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Jennifer, for having me.
So overall, are Canadians saving enough? What do you think?
Well, if you actually look at the statistics, it would tell you that that we're a little on the slim side on our ability to save these days. But so there's always lots of opportunity to refocus and ensure that you're on track in your savings. It is something that can tend to slip away from you, particularly as you're outside enjoying the summer weather and being active outside. So lots of opportunity for Canadians to continue to refocus and save more.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm sure. Is there a checklist that people should be following to see their financial health?
Well, there's lots of opportunity for people to sort of take self-control, if you will, of their financial outlook. Lots of apps online, lots of areas for people to go and get help. I would say from a checklist perspective, I would offer the opinion of working with a financial advisor as being that sort of coach, if you will, that can help you stay on track to your own financial checklist in saving for your future goals.
Okay. So how can we save? Do you have any tips or tricks?
Tips or tricks? Well, I have my own personal tips and tricks. I would offer this. Spending money is one of those things that unless you're mindful of where you're spending the money, it often can sort of slip through your pocket, if you will. So I think that it's really important that that people, track their spending habits. I think many of us walk around these days with some device attached to somewhere where you're tracking your activity, and certainly from the standpoint of it's equally important to be tracking your financial future. So, take an app, put an app onto your phone, track where you're spending your money. It's very easy to let those pennies slip through your pockets, and next thing you know, you're off track. And working with a financial advisor to make sure you stay on track. And
so in finding a financial advisor, should people be interviewing for financial advisors? How do you pick the one that is best for you?
Yeah. I absolutely would, Jennifer, would agree with interviewing. That seems a very sort of official process, but it is very important to select a person that is that certainly seems to be aligned and aligned with your personality, aligned, making sure you're both working towards that end state of what's important to you as both an individual and as a family. So I would certainly recommend that people are out there interviewing and selecting an advisor that is that they can personally connect with. It becomes very much, it's a personal coach that's going to help you and your family through to whatever your financial goals are.
And so at this time of year, we're halfway through the year, just a little over now, 8 months in. Is it a good time in the summer to sort of take a look at your finances and see if you've met your goals and sort of reassess things?
It's always a good time to be looking at your financial goals. I mean, not that you want to become fixated on it, but nevertheless, I would argue too that some of our spending habits likely change through the summer months. Many of us, this is a high vacation period, and certainly vacations can be a time where you are spending perhaps excessively than you would in your day-to-day. And I would say absolutely the summertime is a good time, and then reassessing come the fall and almost making it at least a quarterly objective where you're sitting down as a family and looking at where you are vis-a-vis your goals.
All right, we have a few seconds left. Any tips, anything that people should be doing in particular, something simple maybe that could just change the way they save?
Again, I would say take a look at where you are spending your money. Where do you have sort of those spending weaknesses? I personally have a couple, and I know where they are, so I tend to budget for it, and be honest with yourself, and then assess, is that a financial weakness or a spending weakness that you can continue to work through?
Wonderful advice. Thank you very much. We all have those weaknesses,
Absolutely.
right? Budget for those. Budget for those. Thank you so much for coming in today. That's Kim Thompson, financial advisor with Credential Financial.
Thank you, Jennifer.